Payeton Landrus, 6 years old, almost 7 years old. I like to do playing with my sisters and my brother. I like everything to do.
And doing dance and soccer.
And doing dance and soccer. I like being with my mom and dad and my sisters and my brother. Everyone I want to be with. Even you guys. You was an Aaron guy. That's all I know.
She is just a different level of sweet. I mean, all children are sweet, but Payeton, her compassion that she has, I don't know if it's with what she's been through, but everyone that talks to her, if you're hurt, she wants to know how you're doing, what happened. She's just so sweet. I don't know. She was already in her room. She was hooked up to all the wires. Sorry. I don't want to cry. We got there, she was in her room, she was hooked up to all the wires. I think it was like 3 in the morning when we got there. It was the middle of the night. And the neonatologist came in and she sat us down and she drew us a diagram of Payeton's brain and said, this is what a brain should look like, this is what Payeton's brain looks like. And she said, in my 35 years of being a neonatologist, I've never seen a brain bleed this severe.
She literally said, we only go to a level 3 brain bleed. Oh. She would qualify this as a level 4.
She went into surgery when she was 9 days old. It was June 13th. They were born on June 4th. And we got released on July 5th. So that whole time, they would stick a needle in her head every day and pull fluid off her brain and then do an ultrasound of her head to see how much they should take. And she hated it. I mean, for one, there's a needle going into her head, but they explained it to us that when you pull that fluid out and how fast it comes out, it would just they assume such a terrible headache. So we went all weekend. They came in on Monday, they tapped her, and no fluid came out. And they're like, what? She had never done that and had never happened. And they went to go tap her on Tuesday. Again, no fluid came out. The ultrasound looked stable. She wasn't producing too much fluid in her head. And they decided that she was a miracle and she was determined not to have a shunt because we got discharged on the Wednesday that she was supposed to be having surgery. She really is a walking, talking miracle. The doctors, that neonatologist that met us when we got there the day she was life flighted to Children's, basically said if she came out of surgery, her prognosis was not good, that she would basically be in a vegetative state was what they would assume because her bleed was so severe. They said she probably would never walk, she'd probably never talk, she'd be dependent on us forever. So the fact that she does what she does and, how active she is and friendly and talking, she's amazing. Things that come so naturally to children, or to her twin sister, she has had to work so hard to accomplish. I think she started walking around 3, and that was awesome because we just didn't know if that would happen. And we're so fortunate that we've worked with Grand Itasca because I feel like without their support and their knowledge on what we could work at home with her versus what they were doing, I think is just why she has progressed and been able to do the things that she does. It does still greatly affect her left arm. Like if you really watch her, she usually has it fisted. She doesn't like to use it a lot. And then her left foot also, it kind of twists out funny and it can make it hard or painful for her to walk sometimes. But again, the therapists at Grand Itasca have just done amazing stuff for her.
So Payton's in soccer and she just loves playing with her friends and being goalie, learning new things, dribbling.
Well, actually, I kicked the ball, was a goalie, that's all I know. I'm gonna dribble the ball with my feet, which I don't know how. And that's a good soccer player.
Sister scored a goal the other day and she's all excited for that. Just new experiences.
So Payeton has been doing dance since both her and her twin sister have been doing dance for 4 years. She loves it. She loves the twirly dresses and doesn't necessarily doing so much of like the routine of it, but their dance teacher is phenomenal. You know, she makes sure that if there's something that the other kids in class are doing and Payeton can't do it, she makes sure that she makes adjustments so Payeton can do it, or at least can participate in things. And the friends that she's made there, and they just have such a good time. It's good for her, you know, it helps her work on her balance, and she is legally blind in her left eye, so it just helps her do like her depth perception, and she's just growing a lot, I think, since starting dance, socially and in her capabilities. I know when Payeton first started doing therapy, she was only 3 months old, so obviously didn't use a lot of the bigger items, but as she's grown, when we first started, they didn't have a lot of the items that they have back.
Well, they have a lot of stuff in there, and we don't hear about a lot of it, but I know she has a trike she does that her hands are strapped to, so she has to learn to pedal it with her hands and her feet, and they have like rock walls, they have trampolines.
I don't think a lot of those items would be there if it wasn't for caring for kids, because I mean, special needs equipment, some of the things we've had to purchase, even with insurance, has been so pricey out of pocket. So I can't imagine what it costs for a therapy studio like they have. So just knowing that those proceeds are going for such a good cause and making it possible for these kids to hit some of their milestones because they have access to these items has made a world of difference, I think, for Payeton and so many of the other all-stars. It's so beautiful to see our community come together for such a good cause, and for these kids that might not have these resources or as many resources if people didn't participate in the golf tournament. And Payeton loves it. She goes out there, and every group that comes by, she's the first one to volunteer in being in the photos and handing out her cards. It's amazing that our community rallies together for such a good cause.
Hi, I'm McKinley Landrus. I'm Payeton's dad.
I'm Payeton and Landrus. I'm Dad's kid.
Hi, I'm Christina Landrus, Payeton's mom. You're so cute.
Okay, I like jumping with Papa, because he does it super high up.
Did he get crazy? Yeah.
Even you too, Dad. But you need to jump more
Yeah.
often.
Trampolines are hard.